Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. This is your brother YAH. Real quick video. Someone sent me a video link. It's an old video, 2016, where I guess this is an Israelite brother. He doesn't have his picture on the screen, but you can hear his voice. And he basically was saying that YAH is the moon god. Now, we've been through that already. We've debunked that over and over and over tons and tons of times to prove that doctrine is wrong. And secondly, why is it that all of a sudden now Wikipedia is now the scholarship of most teachers, right? Wikipedia, I remember when Wikipedia first started posting up their so-called scholarship. And to make a long story short, I was questioning an article that they had put up about Hebrew Israelites, and they had the history called Black Hebrew Israelite, Black Hebrew Israelite origins and all of that. And they were linking us all together, trying to say that all Hebrew Israelites came from a particular movement, right? And which I sent some information to them, said, hey, well, since you are basically supposed to be an online encyclopedia based on facts, right? I have some information that I want to share, and I would like for you to link my website as a reference. So they responded back to me, we're sorry, we reviewed your website and your information you presented, and we don't feel that you have anything to add. So just to come to show you that Wikipedia is very opinionated, and actually the theory about YAH being the moon god wasn't even posted in Wikipedia until recently. And I mean, I'm talking probably the past 3 to 5 years. Because if you was to go on Wikipedia, you wouldn't even find an article. As a matter of fact, in the archives of Egyptology, you wouldn't even find a so-called moon god named YAH. Or IAH, okay? So, I guess they're trying to confuse people with falsehood and nonsense, using false pseudo-scholarship, right, based on Wikipedia, okay? So you can't go that route. We've had some Israelite brothers that embraced that teaching, and they've thrown YAH out the window because on the basis of the scholarship and the so-called people saying that the pagan people of the world use that name, right? So, or they link the name YAH with witchcraft. So, then the same brother that posted the video in his pseudo scholarship is going to also make reference to George Bush Airport being named IAH because it's their deity. That's even more false and more funny because I is international, A is airport, and H stands for Houston. International Airport of Houston. Okay, that's why they use the abbreviation, kind of like PHI, Philadelphia International, PIA, Philadelphia International Airport, BWI, Baltimore Washington International. They use little abbreviations so people won't have to say Baltimore Washington International. I think they call it Thurgood Marshall International or something like that. But anyway, you got, it's just plain ludicrous to make a whole doctrine to demonize the precious name of the Most High YAH with the moon. You got to be very careful, brothers and sisters, when you listen to these people with these theories. There's nothing new under the sun. You're always going to have some Israelites coming on the scene somewhere, posting up videos and stuff like that, saying stuff like that to confuse people because they want to appear to be the only ones that's got the knowledge. Whenever you find a Hebrew Israelite camp, right, or individual who wants you to believe that they are the sole one that's got the truth, that nobody else got the truth but them, everybody else is a false teacher, you want to be careful of that individual, right? The Most High, I'm going to say this, has blessed Israel with a lot of good teachers on YouTube, some of which I don't agree with everything that they teach, but they're good teachers. And some of that's why you shouldn't take every teaching from every teacher as being so 100% absolute. You can even follow me on some things that I teach that I feel that I believe is correct. But if you follow it out, you'll find out that a lot of these teachers that people have put faith in, oh, this is my favorite teacher, he's 100% accurate, right? All right. There's only one person. I got this from my good brother Josiah Israel. It was either Josiah or YAH from California that coined this, right? And I'm going to use it. We could be wrong some of the time or all of the time, but Yahshua is right all the time. Everybody else can be wrong. Yahshua is the only one that is right all the time. Okay, so when we listen to people who got philosophies to say that all the New Testament was created by Masoretes, right? All of the lost books, the writings, or whatever, what have you, the lost books, forgotten books. I mean, some of the excuse me, some of the most credible teachers in Israel believe that the other books are false books. And I think a lot of times people call the books false because the book doesn't support their belief, right? But we got to get out of this place where we look at a book, find a book, embrace a book because the book supports what we believe versus we find a book, read a book, rightly divide the book to get the understanding, to get the clarity of what the book is actually saying. And then we won't go around demonizing books and demonizing names and all that kind of stuff because it doesn't suit our belief, right? Now, I could go on and on, but back to this thing about Yah being the moon god. When you think about, see, if you believe, right, the world isn't under a major delusion. The world, especially in most religious circles, believes that Egypt was the first civilization, which is not true. Egypt was not, read my lips, Egypt, Kemet, was not the first civilization, okay? The first civilization was in the land called Sumer, which is where some people talk about, you ever heard of the terminology Anunnaki, okay? And fallen, and the what you call the dual natured beings. That's where the Egyptologists got it from. They were not the first civilization, right? All civilizations started in the Mesopotamia, called the Aram Naharim, or the land between the rivers. That's where it began. And that land was actually also called the land of Ham, which is where you get the terminology, which was later changed to be called the land of Africa, right? But Africa is a new terminology to describe the land. But the land in the days of old was actually, it even says it in the scriptures that the land was actually called the land of Ham, right? So the books support civilization beginning in the Aram Naharim, or Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers, and not in Egypt. Egypt became a dual civilization that existed simultaneously with the civilization of Sumer, but Sumer began first. And if you dig deep and research, you find that a lot of very few books, unless you go into some secret sections in the libraries. And, you know, get out of this pseudo scholarship with Wikipedia. My goodness. And I mean, Wikipedia, you can use it for what it's worth, okay? But for the most part, you want to go into a big major metropolitan library that has archives of documents. And as a matter of fact, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, has a big library. It's one of the oldest libraries in the nation. And they have a room. I remember going back into this hidden room where very few people know about, but those that study heavy. And they have books in there that they will not allow out of the library. And they have information in there. So when you're doing your scholarship, my recommendation is to go into the rare books section. You can also go on Google. Google actually has some books, rare books that are not even in print anymore, that they have actually made microfilms of the books to make them available to the public. So a lot of those microfilm books they got from these archive libraries that they won't allow people to even check these books out, right? But as I close, no, YAH is not the moon god, never have been, never will be the moon god. It's a false doctrine that was started, promulgated by Egyptology once the Israelites started coming out the closet into the knowledge that they were Israelites. Now all of a sudden, here come the okie doke, the Egyptologists, the Kemet new people come out with a whole new doctrine and theory that YAH is the moon god. Now, I close with this one here. If YAH is not the Most High's name, then what is his name? You tell me. If YAH, Yahweh, Yahuwah, I don't care what type of variation you use, right? We got YAH YAH is in the name. Even though they say YAH is the moon god, but his name is YAH. Listen. YAH, come on now. You just debunked your own theory by saying YAH is the moon god when you got YAH in YAH. So much for intelligence, right? Anyway, I gotta go. So until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.